Learn English through Stories U48 Answers PDF. Adapted and modified by Kulwant Singh Sandhu. Contents. Vocabulary. 11 tests. Answers. 1. Put each of the following verbs in the past tense in its correct place in the passage below. Another 100 miles to go. Dark night. Heavy traffic. He glanced at the dashboard. He was okay for fuel and well within the speed limit. He indicated that he was pulling out, put his foot down, accelerated, and overtook 2 cars in front. It began to rain. He turned the windscreen wipers and settled back comfortably into the leather upholstery. For a moment he was mesmerized by the rhythmic movement of the wipers. He looked at the road ahead. An oncoming car. He dipped his headlights but was dazzled by the other drivers. He sounded his horn. The other car seemed to be coming straight towards him. He swerved to avoid it. He was confused. He applied his brakes but skidded on the wet surface. He went off the road and collided with a tree. Slowly he reversed onto the road again, drove 10 meters forward and pulled up. He got out and inspected the car for damage. Some scratches on the bodywork. Dented bumper. He lifted the bonnet and checked the engine. It appeared to be okay. He got into the car again, fastened his seatbelt, adjusted the mirror and started up the engine nervously. It purred sweetly. Good. He released the handbrake. The car moved forward. Another 100 miles to go. 2. Put each of the following verbs into its correct place in the sentences. Chew, lick, polish off, swallow, gnaw. Consume, peck at, gorge, digestible. The children have no appetite. They just peck at their food. They hardly eat anything. B. My mother always used to say to me, now make sure you chew meat carefully before you swallow it. C. Statistics show that we consume more fruit and meat than 10 years ago. D. He has an enormous appetite. I've seen him polish off 4 hamburgers and a pile of chips at a sitting. E. As children we used to gorge ourselves on ice cream, chips and chocolate, and then feel very sick. F. The starving prisoners were so desperate they would gnaw any meat bones they could find. G. It's not good for your body to bolt your food so quickly. Eat slowly so that you can digest it properly. H. He was so hungry that when he'd finished his food, he began to lick the plate. 3. Some meat is given a different name from the animal it comes from. What animals do the following meats come from? A. The meat of a pig is called pork. B. The meat of a cow is called beef. C. Bacon is the meat of the pig. D. The meat of deer is called venison. E. Calf meat is called veal. F. Mutton is the meat of sheep or goat. G. Ham is the meat of the pig. Food preparation. 4. Match each verb on the left below with the food item on the right it is most often associated with. A. You pluck a chicken before it can be cooked and eaten. B. You crack a nut before you eat it. C. Banta grated the cheese and made his sandwiches. D. Knead the dough until it is very smooth, and then you make the chapatis. E. Please peel 2 oranges for me. F. What are you doing, Mom? I am skinning a rabbit. G. What are you doing, Dad? I am slicing a loaf of bread. H. What are you doing, Mr. Butcher? I am carving a joint of meat for my girlfriend Kissy. 5. Match each verb on the left below with the food item on the right it is most often associated with. A. What are you doing, Mr. Butcher? I am mincing some meat for a customer. B. What are you doing, Mother? I'm shelling the hard-boiled eggs. C. Please toss the pancake. D. Please bring some whipped cream from the shop. E. What are you doing, father? I'm stuffing chicken. F. What is for dinner? Chicken and mashed potatoes. G. Beat eggs before adding sugar. H. It was an excellent match. The third goal was the icing on the cake. 6. What do these sentences mean? 1. I carried on studying. I continued studying. 2. I nodded off. I fell asleep. 3. We were ripped off. We paid too much. 4. I told them off. I criticized them. 5. They don't get on. They don't like each other much. 6. He was showing off. He was trying to impress us. 7. Complete each sentence using a verb plus on or off. 1. We can't go on spending money like this. We'll have nothing left soon. 2. I'm not ready to go home yet. I have a few things to finish off. 3. Shall I stop the car here? No, go on/drive on/carry on a bit further. 4. Dan paid too much for the car he bought. I think he was ripped off. 5. Emma is enjoying her course at university. She's getting on very well. 6. The fire alarm went off and everybody had to leave the building. 7. Ben was told off by his boss for being late for work repeatedly. 8. The meeting is only just finished. It went on longer than expected. 9. I really like working with my colleagues. We all get on really well together. 10. I keep on making the same mistake. It's very frustrating. 11. I've just had a coffee break and now I must get on/carry on with my work. 12. Peter likes people to know how clever he is. He's always showing off. 13. We decided not to go to the concert. We were put off by the cost of tickets. 14. Jack paused for a moment and then went on/carried on with his story. 15. I was so tired at work today. I nearly dozed off/dropped off/nodded off at my desk a couple of times. 8. Complete the sentences. Use a verb in the correct form, plus on or off. Sometimes you will need other words as well. Choose from 1a. How are you getting on in your new job? B. Fine, thanks. It's going very well. 2a. What's Tanya like? B. She's very nice and easygoing. She gets on with everybody. 3a. Is Gary going to retire soon? B. No, he likes his job and wants to carry on/keep on/go on working. 4a. Have you written the letter you had to write? B. I've started it. I'll finish it off tomorrow. 5a. We took a taxi to the airport. It cost PS40. B. PS40. Normally it costs about PS20. You were ripped off. 6a. Why were you late for work this morning? B. I overslept. My alarm clock didn't go off. 7a. Some children at the next table in the restaurant were behaving very badly. B. Why didn't their parents tell them off? 8a. Is Kate good at making decisions? B. No, she isn't. She keeps on changing her mind. 9. Complete these dialogues with an idiom from the box. 1a. My new neighbor was at school with you. B. It's a small world. 2a. Is it okay if I bring Jeff to your party? B. No problem. The more, the merrier. 3a. Do you think Anne or Brian is to blame for their breakup? B. TT's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. Or, it takes two to tango. 4a. Goodness. It's nearly midnight. B. How time flies. 5. Did you manage to get tickets for the concert in the end? B. No such luck. 6. Do you like caviar? B. I can take it or leave it. 7. He says he's going to be Prime Minister one day. B. Don't make me laugh. 8. Would you agree to do overtime for no extra pay? B. No way. 10. Complete these sentences with an idiom from the box. 1. I can't come out with you because I've got to wash my hair. B. Get a life. 2. I've never swum in the Mediterranean. B. You haven't lived. It really is wonderful. 3. Your new girlfriend has dropped you already. B. That's the story of my life. 4. As soon as I moved into my new flat, the roof started leaking. B. That's life. 5. It's wonderful being here on the river when everyone else is at work. B. You're right. This is the life. 11. Correct the mistakes in these idioms. 1. It's a lovely present. Thanks a million. 2. You won't find it difficult to learn to ski. There's really nothing to it. 3. It's neither here nor there which hotel you decide to stay in. They're both excellent. 4. Let's have a really big wedding. The more, the merrier. 5. You can say that again. I couldn't agree with you more. 6. He's traveled a lot. You name it, he's been there.